Most people think that you need a business or any kind of degree or being born into a lot of money to start making, to build a business to make a lot of money, but that couldn't be further from the truth. If I told you that with one car you can make over $1,000 a month, would you believe me? And no, I'm not talking about Uber, I'm not talking about Lyft, I'm not talking about those gig works. I'm talking about making serious money with your car. What's up, guys? It's Rick, the finance guy, and on this channel I show you real ways to make money and build wealth. And today I'm breaking down one of the most slept on ways, to be honest, to make money right now using your car. Stay till the end, I'll show you exactly how much you can earn. Now you might say, car? But my car always costs me money every month, you know? Depreciation, gas, insurance, maintenance, you know, it's costing me money. How in the world is a car gonna generate money? Let me tell you this. The people who understand the way money works, they turn liabilities, just like a car, into assets, into money-making machines. And that's exactly what we're gonna be doing here. Nowadays people don't want to own anything. They want to you know, downsize, and they want convenience and access to whatever they might need, you know. They want to get their food delivered, they DoorDash, you know. Nowadays you can rent cars online, and that's where you're going to come in. The number one way I do this is renting out my cars. There's an app called Turo that lets you list your car on their platform, and people would rent you a car and they would pay you daily for letting them borrow your car. $40, $50, $60 a day, you know. And at $40 a day times 30, so that would be $1,200 a month if it rents out 30 days of the whole month. Now, if it only rented out half of the days, which is 15 days out of the month, that would be somewhere in between $600. So you can see how you can make some serious money. Now, that's just one car. Imagine if you start adding multiple cars to this. But you have to pick the right car, though. It has to be a very reliable car. It has to be fuel efficient, so that way it stays booked. You want something that people would want to drive every day, something that looks nice or all around, not something like all crappy, you know, old and janky and has dents everywhere. No, you want something that's gonna look nice. That way it stays booked. Now, on the days that your car isn't renting out and you have some free time, this is what you should do. You should use the car that you have and make some money out of it. You should still be using it to make money, right? So you want to drive it for any kind of food delivery service like Uber Eats or anything like that. Amazon. I've seen people running around in their cars delivering Amazon packages, you know. Or, you know, do local gigs, you know, like, I don't know, if you need to take someone to the store, or if someone that you may know needs a trip to the airport, you know, you can charge them a little bit, you know, make some money out of your car. Even a few hours a day, you know, could stack up to like what a car would bring in one day. $40, $50, $60 a day. That will add up to about $600, $700, $800. Now, in terms of buying a car, I mentioned earlier you need to buy something very reliable, like a Honda or a Toyota that will get you anywhere. Something basic like a Corolla or a Civic. If you want something bigger, Camry, Accord. But you need it to be cheap, right? You're looking for a car that's going to cost you anywhere from, I want to say, $6,000 to like about $9,000, and you're going to rent it out, right? You're going to let itself pay off. When it's not being rented, you're going to drive it for Uber or Lyft, DoorDash, you know, and you're gonna, once it gets paid off, you could either do one of two things: either keep the money that's coming in, or you can sell it for a profit and get yourself another car. Now at that point, you've created a money loop that you can continue forever and ever. Now, I've messed up a couple times, I might say a lot of times. But here's a couple things that you shouldn't do. So number one, don't buy unreliable cars. You know, stay away from, you know, those cheap cars that nobody wants, those Nissans with the junk CVTs, if I had to give you an example. Hyundais that get stolen, you know. Don't buy those kind of cars, trust me. Don't ignore maintenance costs and maintenance itself, because you want to keep your car running, right? If it's not being rented out, it's not going to be making you money if it's not running properly. So you don't want to have that kind of issue, and you don't want your customers calling you that their car is breaking down, that your car that they rented out from you isn't, you know, turning on, or it's making funny noises and it doesn't want to start. Buy a car and you list it on Turo and it's not being rented out, you know, lower your price a little bit. Maybe you're a little overpriced, you know. Don't forget to always adjust the pricing according to the market, because a car that's sitting is not making you money. Now, renting cars and making serious amount of money isn't gonna be light work. You know, you're gonna be putting in the hours, you're gonna be putting in the work, you're gonna be washing cars. But you can create a system that will actually help you do this, you know. And this is exactly what I would do if I had to start from zero again. You know, I'll start with one car and then use the money from that car until it gets paid off, and then buy myself another one, and then let that one pay itself off, and then from the income from the two, save the money, and then buy my third car, and just keep going from there. Like, scale the business, you know. And then next thing you know, you realize you have like 5-10 cars, you know, and now you're making 5-10K a month. Like, come on, man. Like, who doesn't want 5-10K a month, you know? If you found value in this video, hit the like button for me and consider subscribing. I always talk here on YouTube, driving my car, talking about ways to handle your finances and ways to make money every week. And let me know, comment down below and let me know what you think. Any thoughts that you might have, or any specific topics you want to talk about. And that's going to be it for today's video. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.